Now, if you're watching News Breakfast this morning from the comfort of your home, spare a thought for 1 billion people estimated to be living in slums.
A new campaign has been launched to highlight just what life is like for those without a decent place to call home. Our reporter Michelle Rafferty went along to Martin Place in Sydney to have a look at a slum that sprung up overnight.
It's the UN's Habitat Day, and to raise awareness of the issue, Habitat for Humanity have created this quite confrontational look and sound of a slum right here in central Sydney. 1 billion people will be sleeping in a slum similar to this tonight, 2 billion people in 20 years' time. Joining me now to talk about this is a woman who has been in these slums herself, the Ambassador for Habitat for Humanity's Angela Coturns. Angela, good morning.
Hi, Michelle.
Now, how authentic is this slum?
This is a pretty good facsimile, I have to say, of an urban slum in Southeast Asia. It's a slightly deluxe slum, I think. We don't have the, open raw sewer running beneath us. We don't have that fetid smell that just catches in your throat. And it looks as if it would stay fairly dry in a monsoon, but it's pretty close, I have to say. It's a good way for people in the city to get an idea of what it's like.
Now, you've actually raised money and given some of your own time to go over and help a couple of families get out of a slum and build a couple of houses. Tell us about that.
Well, that's a fantastic experience which Habitat provides. And so rather than just, donate money to this charity, you raise money and then you go with a group of people to an area. I went to Cambodia, and you actually physically help build a house. So you are pouring your own sweat and not really blood or tears of joy and happiness and fulfillment, but mainly sweat, to help build a house for these people, and their lives are really literally transformed by it. Suddenly they have a concrete floor, they have a toilet, they have a door that they can lock, and it's probably where you and I would park our cars, but it's a palace to these people, and really their lives are transformed. The woman who I saw, who started off in a really revolting slum in Phnom Penh, ended up in a nice little house that we built for her, and now she runs her sewing business out of it, and so her life and that of her children has been completely transformed.
That must be quite an emotional experience to really help somebody in that respect.
It absolutely is. I can't tell you how much I love doing it, and you would too if you went and did it, Michelle. It's a very gratifying experience, no doubt about it.
Now, of course, Habitat for Humanity have put this slum to raise awareness of how much money Australia gives to the foreign aid budget for housing, haven't they?
Habitat is hoping that everybody, the passers-by, will sign a petition which is asking the federal government to target its foreign aid money specifically at urban slums and, specify the money to be spent on better housing for people who live in these conditions.
Thank you very much, Angela.
Thanks.
So anybody who's in Sydney today can come down and actually walk through this slum. Again, it's a quite confrontational experience. You really get the authentic look and the sounds that people would be living in and the conditions that people are living in.